All right. Settle down. I'm just a stupid dog. Settle down. So anyways, I had rented out this amphitheater to do the take. It cost us a fortune. It cost the Dog Post YouTube channel a fortune to do a retort or to try to strike back for our strike that YouTube gave us. We melded YouTube to AI. It was a whole crazy thing. They said, you got a few minutes left. What are you going to do about it, dog? These people, there's people up here we're paying. They're union laborers. They're on scale. They say, what are you going to do? Throw that money away? Got a couple minutes. You want to do another take? I said, the dog ain't afraid to do another take, boys. So anyways, this is the afterthought take where we just got to use up the last of the time we have on this amphitheater that we rented and hope we don't get caught. It's so beautiful when you can hear your voice ricocheting back to you like a nanosecond later. Anyways, the man, he told me about this situation. Straight up from the man. The man said, dog, I was sitting in the line at the fucking Dollar General, all right? And this old gray-haired lady, she's like, I'm so old. This old gray-haired lady, she looked like an Amish lady. Turned out she wasn't Amish. She was a Mennonite. But still, she was pure Kentucky. And I'm not talking about where we live in Kentucky, in the posh, elitist neighborhood of Kentucky, or in the western part of Kentucky. We have the influence of Ohio, Indiana, maybe Tennessee, other things. You have the city of Paducah nearby. No, this is the kind of Kentucky where it's all hamstrung by ham bones. It's hamstrung by ham bones and litter bugs. I'm not trying to run down Kentucky, but if you want to be in the slow lane, go to southeastern Kentucky. You live like 10 years longer. It's the reverse of dog years, all right? Dogs live 1 year for every 7 human years. Kentucky people, they live like 9 or 10 years for every 7 years of a dog. Kentucky people live a little longer because they're languid. They take their time. They're not worrying about it. Case in point. I was standing there with my friggin' rat traps. I had to get some rat traps. They didn't have any roach motels, so I got some ant things. I got some friggin' ant things, some rat traps, because my apartment's filled with roaches and rats, whatever. It's my side apartment. The manor house, I hang out sometimes in an apartment. I don't want to say what goes on there. We do card games. We do brothel-esque things. We do seances. We do Ouija things. I'm not proud of any of it. It's all bad. Every once in a while, we have a camp meeting. We have a preacher come in. We pitch a tent in the lawn, and we have a barbecue, and the preacher, preaches. We eat a bunch of pork products. And, we go to sleep drunkenly. Whatever. I'm just saying, this is an apartment I have. And then I was trying to get rid of my roaches and my rats. I went to the Dollar General. There's this lady with long gray hair. I thought at first she must have been an Amish, but it's not the Amish. It's the Mennonites that travel out to the Dollar Generals and they get their whatever they were getting. This woman was pure Kentucky. She steps up to the cashier and she starts talking to the cashier. Just to let you know, the cashier was pure Kentucky as well. They had a conversation that went on for 3.5 minutes. I was like, holy shit. I gotta be someplace. You don't think I got no place to be? I'm not going nowhere. This lady's like, hey, honey. What's your name? You look like an Indian woman from a casino in North Dakota. Well, what's your tribe? She's like, I'm not a tribe. I'm what you call, whatever, Kentucky. They have black Kentucky. They have Jewish Kentucky, Southeast Kentucky. No one knows. They have Italian Kentucky. Like 99% of Kentucky, but somewhere you get some dark completed people. This girl, she looked, and the gray-haired Mennonite woman, she said, you look like you must be an Indian girl from some tribe someplace. She said, no. I'm not Jewish. I'm not even Italian. Believe me, it's just I got some dark hair. They talked for 3.5 minutes. I finally coughed. The man says, I finally cleared my throat and coughed, dog, because I couldn't take it anymore. These fucking yahoos and yahoos, they think they can do this bullshit. They think they can live their lives abhorrent of everyone else, trying to live their life. This acoustics are pretty good in here. I mean, it's beautiful. There's some good acoustics. Anyways, I cleared my throat. She looked back at me. She's like, what's your problem? In a passive-aggressive thing, a Southeast Kentucky passive-aggressive thing, she said, what's your problem, Yehu? You got a problem? I looked off like I couldn't see what she was talking about. I looked off like I seen a kite flying. The back of the Dollar General, there's no kite flying. There's no dragons flying around. There's no rainbows. There's nothing to see. I looked back there like I thought I saw something. There ain't nothing to see. I said, you know what I mean? I stomped like a horse trying to count. You know, I stopped like Mr. Ed trying to count for Wilbur to prove to people he understood English. This Mennonite woman with the long gray hair, she says, honey, go ahead and ring me up. We've talked long enough. We know the same kind of people. We know some individuals. I think if you go back far enough, we're related. But now you can ring me up because this jack-off behind me, he must have someplace to be. He must have someplace to go. He's in a hurry. Something's stressing him out. But me? Not me. I'm just here to talk. I'm just here to relax. I'm just here to have an engagement, a social interaction, a humanistic form of thing. I'm just getting a human bond going. And the girl is behind the counter. She's like, amen, sister. A-effing-men. The best part was, once she got all rung up, this was a languid ring up. You got to scan it. You got a double bag, a plastic bag, because this soap this woman was buying could leak in her car, so they had to double bag it. They took their time. It was their sweet old time. They took it. And when it was finally over, she said, $48.95. Then they talked for like another 45 seconds. I couldn't listen to what they were talking about because I stepped back because I was getting ready to dive over that counter the way that one dude dove over that judge and said, I'm going to wring your neck. I was just stepping back because I had to calm myself down. She said it's $48.95, and that woman took another minute to dig her 50 out. She said, okay, $48.95, love it. It's a good deal. I'm so happy we got the Dollar General in these parts. Honey, you do a wonderful job. I'm so happy I got to talk to you. You uplifted my day. You made me feel like $1 million. Our interaction was, did it work for you? And the girl behind the counter was like, yes, it worked for me. I loved it. Your hair is so uproarious. I don't know where you got that hairstyle. I'm from a different generation. Where was that? She said, I'm like a Mennonite sister. The other girl behind the counter said, I want to get my hair that long. She said, you can get it that long, but you got to wait for it to turn gray. That's what makes it so special. And when it does turn gray, then when you get in this kind of interaction, you're going to feel it. You're going to know this is something. You're going to know it's something special. You're going to love it. It's going to be worthwhile for you then. And that girl with the long black hair said, I'll wait, sister. And they had a sister bond. Then she handed her a $50 bill. After another like 2.5 minute delay, which brought me up to like 15 minutes, standing behind this woman, waiting to check out to get my rat traps and my quasi, not really roach motels, but it was like an ant thing. I couldn't, whatever. It didn't matter. She finally said, honey, thank you so much. That girl gave her back her change, her coins, and her dollars. I think it was change and $1. Maybe it was change and $2. I think it was change and $1. It wasn't just change. It was a change and $1. And I was like, God bless us, everyone. Oh, you think I could step up? But you want to know what's funny? And what was disarming? And what makes this take so worthwhile? And I'm so glad I had some change left over from renting this amphitheater to make this kind of a take. That girl, when she got me up there, she disarmed me the same way. She did the same thing she did to me that she did to the Mennonite. She's like, honey, how you doing today? And all of a sudden I was soothed. She's like, she was a stressed out Yehu whisperer. She said, honey, how was your day today? And all of a sudden I was like, you know what? My day, I was having kind of a tough day. She goes, shh, say no more. I know what it's all about. Every day for me is a tough day. I was like, sister, sing it. She said, you know what? My husband has a methamphetamine problem. My boy, he ties up the bathroom every day doing whatever God knows what it is. My daughter, she's dating people who are way too age inappropriate for her. My friends, at the very best friend I got's a pothead. I wish they were drunks. They graduated from drinking moonshine and whiskey. They're just straight up potheads. The potheads are the good ones. It's the pillheads, the methamphetamine addicts, and the fentanyl addicts that you got to watch out for. My day is tougher than yours. I looked at her, I said, honey, your day is tougher than mine. And I'm so thankful I had a chance to stay here and talk to you because you just uplifted me. You got me going. You made me feel like I could fight on for another day. And that's what it all comes down to. As long as you can say, I can struggle on for just one more day. I'm a stupid dog, and this was a pure on Kentucky-esque take.